Morning, folks. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning at the Willett Ranch. We're getting ready for the West Branch outing. Purple Prospector is going to be running a trommel. And though you can't see it, I'm going to be running my dredge. I thought this was going to be a solo run, but it's not going to be. Ooh, I got some work ahead of me before we hit the bricks in the next half hour. Sun's coming up quick, but we're hooked up. Got the Purple Prospector's trommel. Got my dredge set up. Today will be its first run with my new mat set up. Brand new hog mat in there. Not even cleaned off. I glued it, put it together, and got going. All we got left to do is grab that tent and a chair, and maybe one more bucket, and we're out of here. It's time to get going. Woo, woo. Alright, kids, we're finally at John's place, and we've already hit our first technical difficulty. Way over yonder. I can zoom in on it. This is Purple Prospector's trommel. The engine for the trommel does not want to start. And I got frustrated enough that I flooded it. Smells like a gas can over there. Nice. Anyway, while that's clearing out, we're going to go ahead and set up the dredge and see how my hog mat works. Yeah, well, maybe we'll have more luck this time. The life of a prospector is never boring. Alright, so we're running. I'm running what I like to call the seat here at John's place. This is the pond that he draws water from to process the sand and gravel. That's the reason why the water ain't so clean. But we're running. Looks like we're getting some decent exchange on the mat. Not too scabby. Sand making it over the top. The mats aren't loading up like I was a little afraid of running this this semi-trash pump, but we're getting somewhere. Nice. Got some fellas down yonder. Looks like they're running a high banker combo. I'm somewhat pleased if I can only balance out side to side. My thing, and keep the organics off of my intake. We'll be killing it. It cleans up pretty good. It looks like I have a few heavies. So we're gonna keep sucking. Yeah. Alright, it's 12:15. I finally had my first plug up with this 3-inch. Probably blow out a nice fair amount of values. Made a nice hole, but you can't see it. Because I'm working this clay layer that's down about a foot or so in this seat. Had my boot go to pot on me. Now I gotta seal that up. Hopefully that shows up. That's what the mat's looking like right now with the water on it. I think I'm good to go with this hog mat. This should work nicely in Athens. Now, walk over there and see if we can't knock out that doggone trump. See if we can't get her to fire up. I'll show you the mat here in a second once I kill the water. Okay, it's the very tail end. This is the mother load mat. You know, filled in with black sand, that is. It ain't too bad. The gold here in West Branch is exceptionally small, so if we see any at all, I'd be surprised. But I end up having we caught a little bit of black sand in the middle here. So if there's any gold, it's going to be up here. The other downside to working stationary water is you catch stuff like this. But we were catching heavies. I blew out a ton of it though. When I plugged it up, I should have stopped and salvaged. But it is what it is, but it runs. Look at that, way fewer cons, a lot less in size. This is going to be a heck of a lot easier to clean up. So now, there's a speck. You won't see it on the camera, but I got one. Alright. Let's go have some fun with the trommel, see if we can make something happen. Well, we're going to call it a day on that trommel. I don't think I can get the engine running. Don't know what the problem is. But anyway. So, this is what we had for Con's total. That's all nearly black sand. But I get the feeling that I blew a bunch out, and that's a doggone shame. So we're gonna run again for a little bit and hopefully add to this and see what kind of color we get. Let's get to work. Well, you can tell, changed my outfit back into my gray and red instead of black and red. We've broken down. Purple prospectors had enough of the sunshine. It's time to pack it up. Next scene should be the reveal. Hope y'all looking forward to it as much as I am. Well, it wasn't much. See if I can get my finger in here. Above there, make it focus. About 30 colors. You notice how much I'd have had if I'd not blown out my first run. But we know that that tiny stuff will get caught in that mat. So, there's my first real run with the hog mat. It was in West Branch, and I caught that super tiny stuff. So imagine what it'll do at some place like, I don't know, Barkus or Athens, let alone the other places where the gold is bigger. Dudes, I'm so super psyched. Get outside. There's no better place to be.